Guys, deluded, I'm back again. I mean, it's up there and it's here if you didn't know who it was already. Now, today has been a great day for Arsenal. And I say great, of course, I'm getting gassed over nothing, to be fair. But we've seen Maitland now sign, which I did the video and I said it was undisclosed because I didn't know until then. I've did some digging down and it looks like it's a 5-year deal. So that's good to have his foreseeable future. Obviously, it'll get renewed and fixed up and he'll get more money if he keeps improving and stuff. It's nice to see for once we have one of our talented youth players tied down. Let's just focus on Emerald Smith now and Reece Nelson and the several others of them. So yeah, man, it's nice to see. And he's also spoken about how Unai Emery had a little meeting with the players that are not away with their countries and stuff. And he said he wants everybody to work hard and things. He said that he knows he ain't scared of hard work. He thinks the high pressing that Unai Emery might bring in or is assumed he'll bring in will suit his game. But enough about that. More staff changes at the club. We've seen Lee Harun come to the club. We've seen Marcel come in as a director of football philosophy. I've documented it, people. We've seen a lot. Mertesaker's now gone into his role. We've seen a lot. Freddie Ljungberg's now returned as a coach for the under-23s. And I mean, you want to see people that are first and foremost good enough and competent enough to do the job, and if they do have history with the club or know the club's values or morals or can immediately call upon that experience and know how it feels, that's a plus. That's something Freddie Ljungberg knows and has been doing for a while. He's a very good coach. Started off as an ambassador at the club, started messing around with the under-15s, coaching them, coached under-19s in the UEFA Youth League. Obviously, he left with Jonker to go and become an assistant manager at Wolfsburg in the first team. Could be forgiven for that. He just wants to progress his career, and that was a good opportunity. Only lasted a matter of a couple months, and he's returned to the club now. He officially joins in July, but I do believe I saw head coach for the under-23s, but let's just focus on coach because I cannot be sure of that, people. Like I said, first and foremost, he's a good coach, and he's rated very highly as a coach to a degree when you compare it to the Henrys and things like that, specifically to our club. So yeah, ultimately, he's been doing the coaching thing. He knows the club. He knows the values. He was a winger, and there's a lot of great attacking players, specifically in the under-23s and under-18s. So they immediately have a shoulder to cry on. There's also it also helps if you've been a player at the club and you dealt with the expectations and all of these things, and he can pass down and give words of advice similar to Mertesaker, and not just them two. There's a lot of previous players or people that might not have played but got serious opinions to help guide them, and that's what you want at your club. Obviously, when he was playing, he made 216 appearances. He won 3 FA Cups and 2 Premier Leagues, so he knows the standards. We want to get back to them high standards of how we carry ourselves, putting in the best training sessions, leaving it all in the ring. Hopefully, if he is head coach, then on top of working with young players and things, hopefully he will go with Unai Emery and tell him that this X, Y, not that Unai Emery probably needs telling because he's already done his research, but X, Y, and Z are playing quite well. Brought them into the first team. So yeah, man, we've got a good crop of kids. Specifically, I'm focused on the attacking ones, and hopefully he can transpire a lot of what he had in his locker as a player: work rate, technique, the knack of scoring in important games or popping up in important moments, and things like that. If he can pass off a lot of that to the boys or the existing players, that's great, man. But Ljungberg's back. He's back as a coach now, innit? So yeah, man. Hopefully it's an extended stay and he doesn't leave again. But yeah, man. Guys, deluded. There's really not much more to say on that front. I'm out.